Our first award is Industry of Excellence Award. And let me give you a little background on that. The Industry of Excellence Award celebrates visionary leadership, innovation, and transformative impact within the ice cream industry. It recognizes leaders and organizations that set the standard for excellence, drive progress, and create lasting value for both the industry and the society. The winner of the first Industry of Excellence Award that we are presenting tonight is Bob Fisher. And I will invite Todd Michaels to present this award to Bob Fisher. Todd, if you don't mind coming on the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we gather not just to celebrate an achievement, but to honor a person whose impact on our industry goes far beyond spreadsheets, scoops, or strategy. We're here to recognize someone who has quietly, consistently, and selflessly shaped the very spirit of our ice cream community. Some might defer Bob as Rumpelstiltskin, but I like to think of him as the Wizard of Oz. Behind the scenes, making our business all come together in a better, stronger way. Let me tell you about the man we are honoring. First and foremost, he is a pillar of dedication. His commitment to the industry isn't just professional, it's personal. He's shown up for the hard conversations, the long meetings, and the moments when someone needed a steady hand or a listening ear. He's not just involved in it, he's invested in it. Years ago, when life-altering decisions were being made, Bob threw himself on the sword for what and who he believed in. Thank goodness we all survived and are here still today. Bob has shaped many of the industry leaders who've come through the system, including Richie Smith, Bruce Shoecraft, Mike Gardner, Steve Cox, and many others. Leaders because of his selfless leadership skills. He, behind the scenes, has also contributed to the success of many distributors, including Artica, Damien's, Sweetheart, Premium, Chili's, Velvet. The list goes on and on and on. By offering his time, his services, and his wisdom to review both best practices, financial principles, and route to market strategies. I can tell you personally, and now I could speak on behalf of Tony Jacobs, former owner of Damien's Ice Cream, who felt compelled to be here tonight, and Suhail Rafai of Sweetheart Ice Cream. Bob has played a huge part in all of our company's successes. Words cannot express our gratitude, Bob, for the contribution you have selflessly provided. I know our company's success would not be what it is today if not for you. Second, he's a friend, a true friend, the kind who gives his time freely, who shows up without being asked, and who always puts others first. In a world that celebrates ego, he's a quiet force of generosity, lifting others up and never seeking the spotlight. Third, his experience in finance is unmatched. Over the course of his career, he's proven that great financial leadership isn't just about numbers, it's about vision. He's not only a brilliant finance manager, but he's a remarkable operator. He understands how businesses run, how people work, and how to turn strategy into success. Bobby began his career at Häagen-Dazs in finance at Teaneck, New Jersey. From there, he was fast-tracked to the Fort Apache in the Bronx, then on to Minnesota, until he was needed for a very troubled operation in Miami, Florida, where the Häagen-Dazs facility was losing approximately $2 million per year. Within 16 months, not only did he reduce the losses, but they actually made money for the first time in many years. Bob's processes, leadership skills, dedication, and hard work, and most of all, his brilliance. Fourth, his heart for philanthropy is something we all admire. he's a passionate supporter of causes like Give Kids the World. And his commitment to the children and families is woven into everything he does. We had a team meeting there a few years back. Bob was given the recognition for his commitments to the center that night. And boy, was he not thrilled, because he was the man who likes to fly under the radar, and that night he was being recognized. Whether it's through donations, voluntary work, or simply showing up, he gives back again and again. He still to this day personally handwrites the many letters that are mailed to him from Give Kids the World, and he personally replies to each and every one of them with a handwritten note. This is the person that we are blessed to honor today. And finally, what stands out most is his humility. He lives by a simple but powerful principle: others first. He always puts people ahead of himself, including his mother, family, and goes by the mantra of service before recognition, purpose ahead of pride. That's not just admirable, it's transformational. So tonight, we don't just say congratulations, we say thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your generosity and your example. You've made our industry better. You've made our community stronger. You've reminded us all of what it means to lead with heart. Please join me in celebrating my dear friend, this extraordinary individual, a true champion of our industry, and a true servant of others. To the industry's Wizard of Oz, congratulations, Bob Fisher.
Todd, thank you for the introduction and for the kind words. I'd like to meet this person you were talking about. Todd called me on Saturday to fill in some of the pieces over the last 40 years in ice cream, and much of it I had to really sit down and think about, because I really couldn't recollect all the facts and all the mergers, acquisitions, and changes that occurred during that time frame. I started my career with Pillsbury in 1984. That was a year after Pillsbury acquired the Haagen-Dazs brand from the Mattis family. Spending time with Reuben Mattis and discussing the creation of the Haagen-Dazs brand, I knew this was an industry that I wanted to spend my career with. However, Pillsbury was just the beginning of a series of mergers, acquisitions, and divestitures. Pillsbury then became Grand Metropolitan, Diageo, Ice Cream Partners, Nestle Ice Cream Company, Eskimo Pie Frozen Distribution, a cup of coffee at Southwest Traders, Unilever in 2007, and now the Magnum Ice Cream Company, and I'm hoping that's the last company. During this time frame, I calculated that I worked for approximately 29 different managers, of which 5 are in this room tonight, possibly more. I know Bruce is here, Mike Gardner, Randy Martin, Javier, and of course Steve Cox. I've been very fortunate to work for some of the great companies and organizations in this world, but more importantly, I'm grateful for the people along the way that I have met and formed lifelong relationships with, both within my organization, the distributor community, and other ice cream organizations as well. Thank you.